Why are you talking about sleep when I asked about my stomach? Why are you mentioning emotions when I asked about my headaches? Why are you bringing up nutrition when I ask about stress? People who don't understand what fragmentation is fight the holistic lens. Hello, I'm Rita and welcome to the Holisticated. And today we are going to talk about something that might surprises you. The word and you need to get 3-in-1 advice. Always. Because here is the truth most people never hear. Life only works when your body, mind, and nutrition are reconnected into one holistic system. But most people aren't living from that perspective yet. So if you have ever wondered why people resist holistic living, why they reject solutions that would actually help them, or why giving integrated advice always backfires, this video will make everything click. So let's go deeper. Here is the honest reality. Most people don't need more advice. They don't need more hacks. They don't need another supplement, another morning routine, or another new habit tracker. What they are missing is the lens through which life actually works. You don't receive a 3-in-1 advice or a 3-in-1 guidance because you don't even see yourself as a 3-in-1 being. The world conditioned you to believe that your stomach issues are just digestion, that your anxiety is just mental health, that fatigue, what you feel, is just lifestyle, or your headaches are just physical. This is called fragmentation, little bits and pieces everywhere. Fragmented word would lead to fragmented understanding, would lead to fragmented solutions, which means nothing would work. This is why you struggle. This is why you feel stuck even when you are doing all the right things, everything what they tell you. So let's break this down clearly and honestly. Number one, you don't see yourself as integrated being because you were never taught that you are a holistic system. And that's what I'm here to change. Because you were taught the opposite. Body here, mind over there. Nutrition is only for the weekends or for the hardcore hippie types. So when you bring the truth, the real truth, which is reality that we are 3-in-1 beings, this might feel unfamiliar. You've been conditioned to treat the problems isolated. You know the drill. Headaches, take a pill. Stress, meditate. Fatigue, drink more coffee. Weight gain, eat less and move more. And that's it, go to the gym. Everything is treated like a standalone glitch instead of one interconnected system. So when I speak the real language, when I say your stress is connected to the food you eat, your digestion is connected to your thoughts, your energy is connected to your movement, most people are just going to give me a blank stare and they will have no framework to actually understand what I'm saying. Because most people want quick fixes, the next hack, not the truth. This isn't judgment, it's just conditioning. Because our society rewards shortcuts. It sells solutions. It glamorizes speed. And you know this because we live in the 21st century where everything must be so quick. You got a headache, you don't have time for a headache. You have time to take that pill in, and that's it. But integration is not a hack. It's how we humans actually work. This is our default system. People separate body from mind, from nutrition, because the world taught us and them to do that. But you watching this, you already know the word is wrong because we are 3-in-1 beings by default. People feel overwhelmed without this kind of explanation. That's why they don't demand 3-in-1 advice. because behind every 3-in-1 advice, they would finally and suddenly realize that I've been living fragmented, and now I need to change my lens where I see the world through to a holistic one. But without this kind of explanation, without understanding that we live in a physical body controlled by our mind and governed by our mind, supported by nutrition and information, people would just suddenly panic if they got 3-in-1 advice. They would push back. And you know that very well. That's why the trolls exist, because people don't understand. People would say, what are you talking about? Man, I didn't ask for that. I asked for my headache. I didn't ask for nervous system regulations. But it's not their fault. It's not because they are stubborn. It's because they are still fragmented. So if someone would ask me about why do I get stomach aches at night, and I would reply, let's look at your evening thoughts, your screen time, your stress before bed, and what you actually ate today, a fragmented person would actually hear this and think, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about mindset? I just asked you about my stomach. Same with headaches. If I would mention hydration or tension patterns or tooth thought loops and vagus nerve functions, they would just stare blankly. Same with stress. You bring up nutrition or movement and they think you are changing the subject. You are not. Some are not ready to hear this, but you being here are. It's not because the other advice are wrong, but because we only work if we work with 3-in-1 systems. We can't work in separated, scattered matter. So if you are listening to this and you feel something inside, like something resonating, like saying, this is finally making sense, then if you want to go deeper, then come and join us inside the inner circle. It's called the Holisticated Inner Circle, and it's our private space where we explore this and all the holistic living benefits and essences, the truth behind it inside this inner circle. The link is below, so I would love to see you there. And if you are there, say hi to me, because you need to understand that life only works if you reconnect your body, mind, and nutrition into one whole system. This is our default state. If the problem is coming from 3-in-1 problem because of fragmentation, the solution must come from a 3-in-1 advice as well. If this resonates, I would love to see you inside the inner circle, and I see you in my next video.